So learning target 6 is just like our isotope activity, where we were doing some calculations of the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons found in any element that we know the mass number of. So you have here a list of some elements and their mass number, and you can really pick from any one of those to do in your learning target table here. For sure do one. You can do more than one if you want a little extra practice. But again, this is our mass number that we'll need. I will help you with this part though. Down here, how does each particle get determined? And again, we want to make sure we include these and highlight them as they're used. So remember, protons we're getting right from the periodic table. Protons are determined by looking at that whole number, which is the atomic number, right on the periodic table. So I'm just going to pull that up here. There it is, right? So if I just take one right here, sodium, not one of our choices, but that's okay. Sodium is looking at this guy, the whole atomic number. So protons are determined by, right, the atomic number. And I always like to just remind myself that's the whole number right on the periodic table. Okay, so that's two of my keywords done. Okay, neutrons and electrons I'm getting a little bit differently. You might remember that electrons down here are actually the same number as the protons because we need everything to balance out. So electrons are determined by the number of protons, like we said, because the positives must equal the negatives. Okay, neutrons then are determined by using that given mass number. Again, I can't find that mass number on the periodic table, so I've got to make sure that I know what it is given to me. And so those are all listed up top. Neutrons, to calculate those, we have to do a little subtraction, right? So neutrons are determined by taking mass number, which is that total particles in the nucleus, minus or subtracting protons. Okay, so instead of the word subtract, I use it subtracting, and that's okay. So remember, we've got here our total particles, however many protons there are, right? If I have 31 total particles and I know the number of protons, well, I just subtract those, and that gives me my neutrons. So you've got a variety of elements to choose from. Like I said, have at least one. If you want to go above and beyond today, you could kind of split this in half, right? And show me your skills twice or maybe even a third time as you practice.